global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. It was quite a shocking thing, especially to the Northerners, when more than 180 lawmakers stood firm demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, who had been under the police custody since 2021 June. And amidst that 180 lawmakers, Northerners were part of it. And they were emphatic that the president should give a political solution for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. It wasn't long. The coalition of Northern Group, a group that is composed of Northerners, came up and lambasted those federal lawmakers. And you get to hear their point. I'm just wondering, what is really wrong? These guys are lawmakers. They can intercede for anybody. Why are you people angry that they are interceding for Nnamdi Kanu? For them, he has stayed too long, and it seems the whole thing is not having headway. Get this thing solved once and for all, so that our brothers in the southeastern part of Nigeria can have some peace. What's wrong with that? But guess what? They are really angry, and you get to hear what they have to tell the northern lawmakers who were part of that 180 lawmakers who made their demands known to the president. And according to the news, the coalition of Northern Group CNG has lambasted the federal lawmakers, especially those from the north, for supporting the call for the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. It has been reported that the call for the freedom of IPOB leader has become louder as prominent Nigerians, including lawmakers, have added their voices. However, CNG described the call as treacherous, saying that the lawmakers joining such a move were unpatriotic. The coalition said it may easily forgive the governors and lawmakers from the southeast who they accuse of being Nnamdi Kanu supporters from the beginning, but could not imagine why a northern lawmaker should support the call. It said the demand for Kanu's release was an affront to those who died in the heat of Nnamdi Kanu's secessionist ambition and a slap in the face of the Nigerian people. Recall that the Northern Coalition had, on 7 August 2017, reported Nnamdi Kanu to the United Nations, accusing him of carrying out acts of terror against innocent Nigerians. CNG also advocated for declaring the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, as a terrorist organization. We rejected this legislative rascality, the group said in a statement signed by the national coordinator, Comrade Jamilu Aliyu Charanchi. In his word, he says, "We are shocked that the House of Representative members, including those from the northern Nigeria, are supporting the release of a terrorist being held on charges before a court of competent jurisdiction. This is a blatant attempt to subvert the rule of law and undermine the authority were there when Nnamdi Kanu and his people were spying and still spying the northerners in the east. We were there when the properties of the northerners were destroyed by him. Are they elected for their personal benefits or for the interest of the citizen? It is shameful and disheartening to see a northern lawmaker contributing in such an unjust matter. This will further demoralize the security operatives, seeing the person who did wrongs to our loved ones celebrated in the National Assembly instead of apprehended. We are not surprised by the position of Southeastern legislature, their governors, religious and traditional leaders, being accomplices and supporters of Nnamdi Kanu atrocity, but condemn in totality all northern lawmakers who endorse this treachery. We will not let the blood of our loved ones be in vain. We will not let terrorism prevail." That is what they had to say. Wow, so many questions to be asked there, I must say. And number one of such question, we're talking about terrorism. Which people are the most guilty? Where was it founded? That's another question. I think that the lawmakers, what they are trying to do is they believe that Nnamdi Kanu being in prison till now is for an unjust cause. Thus far, there seems not to be a headway for the case. There seems not to be a reasonable position by the federal government to still hold him down. Now, by virtue of him being held down, a lot have happened in the southeast. Let's not be subjective about it. Let's be very objective about it. When we talk about the issue of raising revenue in this country, I think the people that are number one is actually the Southeasterners. They are the ones increasing the trading going on in Nigeria. We have seen them do a lot of things. Revenue generation in the Southeast have been heavily affected ever since Nnamdi Kanu was held down by the DSS. The issues that have been going on there has been shocking and troubling. We have seen a lot of people lose their lives. Things seem not to move well there. Every Monday they will call it sit at home. Nobody moves out. And anybody who dares to move out, we see innocent people being by anyhow. And that is, for most people, is unjust. You understand? And that's why I think that the Northerners just believe that in as much as these Southerners are supporting peace and trying to fight issues that are going on in the northern part of Nigeria, they also owe them that alliance, to defend them whenever it has to do with things that will bring blessing to the southeast. Nnamdi Kanu had promised. He said, release me today, and all the fighting in that area will cease. Come on, we know that his words are like the law for the Southeasterners. It can't be disputed. If he speaks, every way there's reaction. So imagine if the federal government signs an undertaking with him that one of the reasons why we are releasing you is for you to ensure that peace is restored back to the southeast. All those unnecessary buying of our security operatives, unnecessary buying of young people comes to an end. Come on, I can assure you that will be far better than sitting back to watch, making some unnecessary claims, which at the end of the day will keep Southeast in darkness, and every day their own economic base is deteriorating. The Southeast that we knew before now is not the Southeast we are seeing again, because day after day, some of those young people who were very productive there are now joining these groups, being that they are not, allowed to continue with their expertise. So they have to young all these miscreants to continue plaguing the land, which is absolutely wrong. If something is done, if we are looking for the well-being of the entirety of Nigeria, then Southeast must be fully in the know. I really must give thumbs up to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for some of the things that he has done for us thus far. He has approved the Southeast Commission, just like NDDC. He has Southeast Development Commission has been approved. For Southwest also, it has been approved. Number one, we are sure of employment for Southeasterners, and also that particular commission will be fully in charge of every form of infrastructural development in the southeastern part of Nigeria. It's a big one, I must say. Thumbs up to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He had done one major thing that will help salvage, and reduce the poverty rate in that particular state. But be that as it may, it's important for us to realize that keeping Nnamdi Kanu in the cell of DSS will continuously cause the deterioration of the economic strength of the Southeasterners. And come on, if engaging in political solution can solve this, why not? I feel that them coming out is a clear fight against the East. It's as if you guys don't like them. But then a big question is always been asked: if you don't like these guys, or let me say you don't like or you enjoy what is happening to Mazi, why are your people still there? Come on. The peace of Southeast will be the peace of those who are also working there. And Fulani headsmen, they are there. So many Hausa businessmen, they are there. Transportation of their business. A lot of them have even stayed there for many years. They don't even remember where they come from. They have intermarried with people there. So why are you like, hey, we don't want this, or blah, blah. I mean, it's uncalled for, I must say. That's where we like to leave it. What's your position? Do you think that the CNG are right with their position, and as it has to do with northern lawmakers supporting the release of Nnamdi Kanu? Let's interact in our conversation. Thank you.
Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.